Dagon's tragedy. Dagon is the last of the clan Dolok, losing his wife at the hands of Zog's minions. Embittered by the cowardly murder of his wife when away from his home in the lost fortress of Skurlock, Dagon's lust for revenge knows no bound. Seething with anger, Dagon seeks those behind her death. He will not rest until justice is delivered. Tragedy. Dagon returns to find his wife in a bloodied heap, apparently given a slow, torturous death at the hands of assassin Fade. Fade's grin suggests she enjoyed this assignment, and it apparently includes Dagon's demise as well. Round 1. Ready. Fight! You win! Round 2. Ready. Fight! You lose. Round 3. Ready. Fight. You win! Within her death throes, Fade, wishing to inflict a deep wound that might drive Dagon to his own demise, reveals that she is but the pawn of a greater evil, a power beyond death and of grave magic. Dark magic. His heart heavy, Fade's dying words weighing on him so, Dagon wondered, how could some foul magic command he and his wife to die without his ever knowing why? The assassin Fade failed to slay Dagon, though his wife lay dead before him. If this Fade knew magic was behind his wife's murder, then he knew the answer lied in the east, home to the necromancers. Dagon traveled to its capital and Land of Desolation, where he met its ruler. The wizard, known as Korath, told Dagon that his wife died only because Dagon was not there. He grinned and explained that as long as Dagon lived, all he cared for would die. Enraged, Dagon attacked the wizard. Round one. Ready. Fight. You win. Round two. Ready. Fight. You lose. Round three. Ready. Fight. You win. Korath, a formidable foe, upon his knees looked with disgust upon Dagon, as if beyond death itself, the wizard warrior spoke with arrogance. He told Dagon of a power he could not conceive, a force so absolute that Naraka's demons bent to its will. As Dagon stepped to end the wizard's life, his clothing fell to the ground, and Korath was gone. Demonic tides. The wizard Korath escaped Dagon's final blow, but he did tell Dagon of demons playing some part in this tragic puzzle. Dagon determined he must travel to the Forgotten Ruins, a place he'd heard harbored shapeshifters and sorcerers. There he found a ferocious ape, huge and magical. It called itself Mongo. The beast attacked Dagon, protecting its home. Round one. Ready. Fight. You win. Round two. Ready. Fight. You win! Mongo, as he fell, looked less threatening in his eyes than before. He twitched and convulsed as his eyes slowly shut. First his hands, and then his arms and legs, and then his face and torso, all shimmered and changed form to a little innocent monkey. From his mouth fell a red stone, the artifact Bloodsong. The magic within it must have changed Mongo, and upon death he was freed of its curse. Dagon struck the demon stone with fury, shattering it into shards. The good fight. The poor mutant ape Mongo was sent to his peace by Dagon, yet Dagon learned nothing from him. Deeper into the magic he must travel. Dagon journeyed into the venomous swamps, where a witch was said to live. He found the green witch of the swamp. She told Dagon her name was Ayara, and that he must leave her sanctuary at once, for he was not welcome. Unwilling to abort his quest, Dagon pressed onward. Ayara attacked. Round one. Ready. Fight. You win. Round two. Ready. Fight. You win! Ayara held her ground, but Dagon bested her. Her glazed eyes had looked evil, but in her death, Dagon saw she was far from it. She was good, and Dagon slew her. She fell to the ground, her life passing. She told Dagon that she protected nature and all that was natural. But the time at hand was corrupting the world, and a magic dark and foul and potent swept over the land, and she could not stop it. A demon lied to the south, she warned, as she collapsed. The wretched, heeding Ayara's words, Dagon sought the demon she spoke of in the lower Darklands. The air was thick, full of ash and smoke from the volcanic geysers that filled the land. Black lava rocks crunched beneath his feet as he delved deeper into the heart of darkness, where he found the demon Jinn. Her dark, fiery skin and pitch eyes were clearly of Naraka, the hell of Barbaria. Jin told Dagon that she needed mortal's blood to fulfill her master's wish, and that his blood would do fine. The demon attacked. Round 1. Ready. Fight. You win. Round 2. Ready. Fight. You win. Jin hissed in disbelief as Dagon wrested her life from her. She told him the battle was not over, for her summoner was the very Korath Dagon failed to defeat. She bemoaned her demise. She challenged that while she might be sent back to Naraka, that she could not die. And she laughed, unlike Dagon, who could die. Jin's fire had all but burned out when she grinned and told Dagon that Korath was not the real enemy anyway. It was an archmage, a potent wizard who defied death, and now has 3 pillars of corruption that drain the world of life and magic. This, she said, was the end of Barbaria. And she turned to ash, blowing away slowly in the wind. Stone. Pillars of corruption draining the world of life and magic. Where might such things be found, wondered Dagon. He traveled so far and knew only that an arch-wizard called Zog was behind the murder of his wife. Dagon resolved he would find Zog and make him pay for the death of his wife. He thought perhaps the Princess Kila of Argos might offer insight into where to find these pillars. Upon entering her home, Shorestone Castle, he was confronted by the undead lord, Magnus. The ghastly specter told Dagon his time was up, and he attacked. Round 1. Ready. Fight. 2. Ready. Fight. Round 3. Ready. Fight. You win. Magnus's ethereal body fell to the ground, its undead force dissipating. He sputtered his last words, telling Dagon that Keela fell at his hand. He wanted Bloodsong, for with it he could regain a corporal body and touch once more. He thought Keela had it, but like her father, she died at his hand, and still Bloodsong eluded him. Magnus raged as Dagon informed him that he destroyed the stone so Mongo the monkey, transformed into an ape, could be freed of its curse. Magnus exclaimed that every shard of the Bloodsong carries with it power, and smashing it had cursed Dagon. Prayers unanswered. Dagon marched to Shipwreck Waters, home to the Lord of the Undead, Magnus. Although Magnus fell at Dagon's hand, the fallen lord told him of a curse Bloodsong had put on him when he shattered it. Dagon entered the watery gravesite, only to find Magnus's shade still lived. The shade rose and attacked Dagon, damning him for destroying the stone relic. Round 1. Ready. Fight. Round 2. Ready. Fight. You win. Round 3. Ready. Fight. You win. Magnus's shade, a part of his undead existence, told Dagon that Bloodsong was a powerful thing. He said the only way to lift the curse was to free the last afflicted soul of Bloodsong's influence. They must know the stone was destroyed, else their souls will seek it and thus keep its force alive. It existed to be needed. Such was the way of its magic. Dagon knew Princess Keela sought Bloodsong, just as her father had, and so she must be one of the afflicted by Bloodsong. He would have to slay her cursed spirit to save her.